These coyotes were going wild last night. What's going on, guys? I'm about to go camp for my first time ever, and I'm doing it all by myself. Made it out to where I'm gonna be, looking for a spot out on property here. Just kind of cruising around, seeing where I might want to set up, as no one's ever camped out here before. Out that way, I've got woods. I could try to set up in there. Down in the middle, there's a stream that cuts through, so I might end up setting up down over that way. I really wanted to get over to the corner because there is a really great spot over there, so I'm just gonna check out my options and pick the best spot. Here we have it. This is gonna be camp for tonight. I'm in the edge of these beautiful woods, and I was gonna camp down by the stream. Grass grew a lot since the last time I was here in the springtime, so opted for something with a little bit more clear ground. I already kind of kicked out an area of leaves and put a tarp down for my tent. There's a natural divot in the ground right here for a fire, which is perfect because I don't have to dig anything. And yeah, I snuck the Rover right through here in that huge field I was driving, and I was hitting all of the tall grass. It was like probably a good 5 feet above the Land Rover hood. So that was a little wild. I kind of just pointed it towards the woods. I knew I wanted to be over here, and then I just kind of sent it. A little bit risky, but gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes. I'm gonna get this tent set up. It's about almost 6:30, so that took a lot longer than I thought to find a spot. So I gotta get moving on this so I have somewhere to sleep. A little bit confusing. I now understand the whole rooftop tent movement. Seems like a viable option compared to doing that every time. Gonna give this a go. This is a little sleeping pad and this little USB rechargeable pump. First time using it, so should be interesting. I'm not really sure if I mentioned it already, but I've done deer camps, and you know, you're in your blind all day, but you're still sleeping in a cabin usually. I've camped at Grid Life. That you're in a field with like a million other people, so it's not a big deal. And yeah, I might think I know what I'm doing right now, but I really have no clue. All right, let's see how this little puppy works. Hopefully that's good enough. I do plan on making a video on this little guy in the future. This is one of these little plasma lighters, so I'm gonna be testing it out. Rechargeable USB, fully waterproof. His little case has a little lanyard. Hopefully it works well. So I've got the fire going now, looking good there, and I've got the crib all set up right over there. I am gonna do testing and reviews on all the gear in this bin eventually. So now I'm just out here. This is my initial test of a lot of my gear. The only thing that will get sketchy is nighttime, because I'm gonna be hearing a lot of stuff, and knowing there's nobody out here, I don't know. We'll see. It might get a little spooky at night. There's my fire. It's dying down out there. Figured I'd show you the inside of the tent. Got a lantern hanging up. Got a smaller light blanket, sleeping bag, top of a pad, pillow, Gen 5 Glock 45, water bottle, phone, regular stuff, tripod, another light. Super simple. Lots of space in here because it is just me. Should be an interesting night. Hopefully I can just crash right through and wake up, watch the F1 race, and that'll be that. about 7 a.m. and it got pretty cold last night. This tent doesn't exactly keep the wind out. Got down to I think like 48 or 50, so that was cold. I didn't bundle up again until this morning because I had to use the bathroom, so I got up and ran over to the truck and grabbed a bunch of coats. So the tent doesn't exactly block the wind very well, so like I said, it was pretty cold. And these coyotes were going wild last night. And it wouldn't have been that bad, except it was like right when I started to fall asleep for the very first time in the first like 20 minutes, all of a sudden this like pack of coyotes is running around screaming, making all this noise. So then that like kind of jolted me out of my sleep. And then like from then on, every like 45 minutes, they would just be bolting around in the area and just making all sorts of noise. So that definitely wasn't ideal, but after my mind kind of settled, you kind of forget about like all the sticks falling and stuff making noise around you, and kind of just realize like nothing out here can really mess with you. So at least here in Michigan, there's like white-tailed deer and turkeys. That's about it. So yeah, so I figured I'd get up right now and start moving around and slowly start packing up camp. It's cold, and I'm kind of tucked way far into these woods, so I guess I'll just get out of here. Things I'm going to improve on, definitely this whole setup here. I didn't think it was going to get that cold. I only had a sleeping bag and a light blanket. That was not enough, so a big comforter would definitely do me well. Also, this tent, I don't even know where it came from. It's been in our closet for like 5 years, so I don't think this is a very good fall tent either. And the guys over there are shooting guns again for the 9 millionth time. So I don't think that's a very good setup. Fire was good last night. Put it out at the end of the night with a shovel, buried it. That was fine. And the Land Rover's doing good. It held all my stuff really nice. I'm actually considering maybe building a platform in here with the seats down to do a sleep-in style, so I can just sleep in the Land Rover. And that way, if it rains or gets too cold or whatever, I'm just already in the vehicle. So that might be next on my list, because I don't really want to spend a bunch of money on a rooftop tent if I'm not going to be camping a lot and stuff. So I think starting with that would be a lot cheaper. See if that works, and then go from there. This is the path I made yesterday. Look at that. Here we go. That's why I'm happy to have only paid $5 grand for this thing, because I can mob it through a whole giant field of weeds and not care about the paint, because cheap car and the paint was already pretty messed up, so not gonna be mad about it. Well guys, that's gonna conclude this video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't yet, and hit that like button if you like what you're seeing. Plenty more camping and stuff to come. This is my initial testing of a lot of gear, and I've actually never camped before ever, and I've also never camped by myself, so double whammy right there, and I got to test some gear, so that was super cool. Like I said, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I got more content coming out very soon, and I'll see you guys next time.